when it comes to pleasure seeking and like hedonistic things, like there isn't an enough. Like there's never enough money, there's never enough girls, there's never enough power, like whatever you're like chasing, if it's kind of like in that hedonistic, to the biblical sense, sin, whatever, like those things are never gonna fulfill you, right? Like that's kind of like a black hole. You can just keep chucking shit in a black hole, that motherfucker's never gonna fill up. You know what I mean? Well, that's the same thing with you. Like if your goal is to like achieve these hedonistic things, there's never gonna be enough. Like I was having sex with 3 girls a day on average, at least, like every day, and I didn't feel like that was enough. I couldn't even like physically have sex with all the girls that want to have sex with me, and I didn't feel like it was like this crazy weird thing, right? Like I definitely had a sex addiction and whatever, but there was like that feeling like it just wasn't enough. And like, and I got to the end of the earth. Like I know I got to the end of this motherfucking road because like there was like, I couldn't have sex with as many girls as wanted to have sex with me. So there's no further you can go, right? Like that's the definition of excess, and I didn't feel like it was enough. So it's like, I don't think many guys get to the actual end of the road. And, you know, and I would see this with other celebrities too. Like these guys that like had all these girls lined up, whatever, and they were still chasing. They were still like, you know, more.
Yep.
And I saw with the money too, like guys, you know, you look at these guys, these fucking guys, they got billions of dollars. Like you can't spend this money. Why are you working? Like, why are you spending your life trying to accumulate more money that you can't spend?
Yeah, like what for? Yeah.
What's the, like, it's ego, you know what I mean? It's ego, or it's like, you know, this chase of like I said, man, money is like one of those things where you think it's enough. Like I really believe, and this is like from the bottom of my heart, that if I had $1 million when I was in college, it's like, I'm fucking set.
Why
I got a
why do you think
motorcycle.
people believe that though? That
Well, because I thought I was like, I'd have a motorcycle, I'd get some chicks, I could have a Beamer. It's like for me at that time, that was it. Like what else is there? Like I got a Beamer, I got a motorcycle, I got chicks, I could go buy what I want, I could have the new shoes, like, and then you get to that level and you're like, okay, well, you know, now maybe I want a Ferrari, or you know what I mean?
It's
Now,
interesting because you get around a different social culture. You know, you like climb the rung,
Yeah.
and then you're around somebody with a Maserati, and suddenly you're thinking you've never had this thought before because you're riding a Subaru Legacy or something, like, you know,
Yeah.
and you're like, you know what, a Maserati would be really nice, and it's kind of like that false summit, like you're talking about, like it shifts.
there's always higher, man. It's like
Yeah.
there's always a bigger boat. There's always like this. There's always that, you know. And then it's like, okay, like now, you know, I got to a point where I was like, okay, now I'm not flying commercial anymore. Everywhere we're flying is private. And it's like now I got to get a jet.
Yeah.
Now this house isn't big enough. You know what I mean? It's like I got to this point where I was like, I remember distinctly. I'll never forget it. I owned a plane. I had the biggest house in like all of Los Angeles, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? I had like, you know, one of the biggest houses in Vegas. Like had every car. I bought a Ferrari. I put like 75 miles on the motherfucker in a year. You know what I'm saying? I had all the chicks. I'm on this 300-foot yacht, 27 models, like cutting throats to bang me. And I'm like, damn, like I was happier before surfing with my buddies. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, damn, this is fucked up. I'm like, I got all this stuff. And all I see on the Instagram comments, like, you're the man. Like, I wish you know, fucking what I'd have to do to hang out with you. You know, and everybody I'd see in the streets would be like, dude, you're the fucking man. You know, all this shit. And look, when you have basic needs met, you're doing good. You're better than like most of the population, but we forget that because, you know, most people live like such a comfortable life that you just take so many things for granted, like not having to walk outside and take a shit at night in an outhouse when it's 30 degrees. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff that like for thousands of years people have been doing, right? Like, but like just having basic sanitation. And I think a lot of people lose sight of that. And I, you know, one of like the, you know, happiness hacks is just like being grateful for stuff that you have.